Where is the highlighted portion? This is the highlighted one, right? Okay, now here, see the highlighted word, by no means the be all and all. In the third paragraph we have already highlighted. You have numbered, so you know where it is immediately. What idea is emphasized by the phrase, by no means the be all and end all? So where do you have the highlighted word? Immediately go there.
Last.
Okay, last. So you need not read everything. We have to read the previous sentence or the next portion of the sentence or next sentence. Now, where do you have? Options are sleep deprivation has consequences beyond its impact on, see, consequences of sleep deprivation. And we said the whole text is speaking about sleep deprivation, sleep debt, and its effect or impact or consequence, right? The whole text, not only this paragraph, whole text is speaking about consequences. Second one,
significant factor.
Adolescent levels are significant factor. Okay.
Not yet fully understood.
Not yet fully understood. Okay. Importance of the link between sleep deprivation
Should not be underestimated. Link.
Underestimated link between sleep deprivation and adolescence should not be underestimated. Link between sleep deprivation and adolescence. Yes. Okay. Now the thing is, sleep. Now, in general, if you just analyze, earlier I used to teach you about the link between paragraphs. In third part C, one text, each paragraph is connected. And the very first paragraph speaks about the consequences, impact of sleep deprivation and its results or consequences. Here also, definitely the whole text taste is there in the word consequences in the past sentence. That you can see in general, you can understand that way. But here, what is it? Now we will read before the this one highlighted word. What is before? Can I say adolescent may underline some of the cognitive fields of sleep loss? What does it mean? Macaulay and colleagues found that infusing adolescent into rash basal development impaired their performance on the attention test similar to that seen in sleep deprived humans, but adolescent levels are C. There, Michael says, adolescent may underline some of the cognitive deficits that result from sleep loss. Okay, there is cognitive deficits due to sleep loss. Okay, but then the but after but the contrast word, what you have? But adolescent levels are by no means the be all and the end all of sleep deprivation effects. Means that is not the only effect. There are much more effects. It goes beyond. It goes. Adolescent may underline some of the cognitive effects. You see, some of the cognitive deficits that results from sleep. So that is not the all, right? Some of the cognitive deficits. There are so many other cognitive deficits. Maybe adenosine may underlie some of the cognitive defects that result from sleep. That means it has much more consequences beyond, much more. By no means the be all and end all means this is not the only effect. Adenosine levels are not the only effect. Do you have any option with the same meaning?
A.
Yeah. I said consequences, definitely that is the answer. And consequences beyond its impact on adolescent levels. Beyond its impact on adolescent levels. You see, adolescents may underlie some of the cognitive defects that result from sleep loss. This is not the only result, but there are many more effects of sleep loss. Deprivation's effects on the brain, see, of all. So the previous sentence tells, even this is explaining the same thing. We're comparing to mice. Okay, same thing. This Adam and colleagues found that infusing adolescents into rats basal for brain improved their performance on an attention test, similar to that seen in sleep deprived humans. Same thing. This sentence is explained here with an illustration. Okay, going to next question. Again, lexical question. Now let's check where is the word. It is the highlighted word. It is the highlighted word. Where do you have the highlighted word in the text?
Middle.
This
okay,
is because
it. I said, let's go to the previous. First strategy is go to the previous sentence. Okay, what is the previous sentence? This is the previous sentence, right? This is the previous sentence, okay? And what is the subject? Sorry. What is the subject of the previous sentence? She has found evidence that enforced lack of sleep is the subject. Correct? Enforced, this is echoing one part of the results. Bashir has found evidence that enforced lack of sleep sends the brain into catabolic or energy consuming state. What is the verb? That is the subject. This is the verb. Okay. And this one, object. I said you have to go to the first strategy. What I explained about lexical question is go to the previous sentence and subject of the previous sentence. Here the previous sentence is enforced lack of sleep sends the brain into a catabolic or energy consuming state. This is because it degrades. It means enforced lack of sleep degrades the energy molecule. I don't know, say triphosphate. Triphosphate. What is the answer?
D. Option D.
The option D. Enforced lack of sleep. The subject of the previous sentence. Yeah, now you see lexical question strategy. Look for answer in the previous, okay, in the previous sentence. Yeah, preposition is missing there. Generally, the subject of the previous sentence. See, Bashir has found that enforced lack of sleep sends the brain into a catabolic or energy consuming state. Subject is enforced lack of sleep. Verb sends. Object, the brain into catabolic or energy consuming state. This is because it degrades. Enforced lack of sleep degrades the energy molecule. The word it refers to the subject of the previous sentence, enforced lack of sleep. You can see there are only lexical question sessions which I have uploaded in the YouTube channel, Edu Skills OET YouTube channel. You can watch them. I have explained the same thing over there with so many, maybe I think 6 or 7 lexical questions only in that session. Okay. Question 14, speculation. Just listen and read, okay?
14. In the final paragraph, the quote from Van Cotter is used to suggest that the goals of sleep deprivation research are sometimes unclear. It could be difficult to develop any treatment for sleep deprivation. Opinions about the best way to deal with sleep deprivation are divided. There is still a great deal to be learned about the effects of sleep deprivation. Further insights could be drawn from the study of shift workers and insomniacs, who serve as natural experiments on how the human body reacts to losing out on such a basic life need for chronic periods. But with so much of our physiology affected, an effective therapy other than sleep itself is hard to imagine. People like to define a clear pathway of action for health conditions, says Van Cotter. With sleep deprivation, everything you measure is affected and interacts synergistically to produce the effect.
Yes. Now the thing is in the final paragraph, for beginners, you should highlight the paragraph. And from Van Cotter's, yeah, the quote from Van Cotter, suggestion. If you remember model verbs, suggestion, what model verb will be used for suggestion?
May.
May. Yeah, can also, right?
Yes.
What is this one? Future past tense of can?
Could.
Okay, that's also speculative word, right? Could is here in
Yes.
the option. Okay, could. Just I'm telling you, could is there. We are not bothered about that strategy now. Now, in the first option, goals of sleep deprivation. It could be difficult to develop any treatment for sleep deprivation. Opinions about the best way to deal with opinions. Okay, there is still a great deal to be learned about the effects of sleep deprivation. Okay, now the paragraph, the quote from Van Cotter is used. Where is the name? Immediately you have to go to the name, right?
Van Cotter.
Where is the name?
Last says
Yeah,
Van Cotter.
says Van Cotter. Suggestion, says. Marking word, right? Says Van Cotter. What does he say?
People
Before that, but there is a contrast word here. What does it say? Answer must be
After the
soon after that.
contrast word.
Yes. So let's say, yeah, with so much of our physiology affected, and effective therapy other than sleep itself is hard to imagine. If you don't understand, I said you can eliminate what is between hyphens and read. What does it mean? With so much of our physiology affected, an effective therapy is hard to imagine. After a but, if your strategy says after but there is an answer, this must be the answer. Is there a similar statement in the options?
Option B.
Option B. Option
B.
B.
Difficult to develop.
Exactly same. Treatment is
Therapy.
synonym therapy. And the synonymous of what is that?
Hardly
Difficult to
imagine
develop,
Hard.
difficult to develop, hard. Yeah. What is the
Hard.
synonym?
Hard.
Hard to imagine. See the synonymous expression. So, as I said, once you are competent, as soon as you see a contrast word, soon after that there is an answer. We have seen hundreds of examples and it has happened, right? And people like to define a clear pathway of action. Well, they're going to say it's one cutter. With sleep deprivation, everything you measure is affected and interacts synergistically to produce the effect. Again, the same thing is explained. With the sleep deprivation, everything, every organ, every body is affected. Every part is affected. Synergically means synergistically. Synergistically means together, combined, to produce the effect. Okay. And as I said, if you have competency for this one, the topics and further insights could be drawn from the study of shift workers and so many who serve as natural experiments to harm and human body. We are losing out on such a basic life need for chronic periods. Could is there. There is speculation. Suggest is there. So could. If there is the paragraph topic sentence speaks about speculation. Speculation means predicting about the future. Predictive answer should be the real one. So you have only here could. Otherwise, you don't have that speculation language. That's another strategy. Everything in measure is affected and tracks synergically to produce the effect. Hope that is clear. Now you see, in the final paragraph, the quote from Van Curtis is used to suggest that it could be difficult to develop any treatment for sleep deprivation. But contrast word after that, there says an effective therapy is hard to imagine. An effective therapy is hard to imagine. Conclusion says everything you measure is affected. Everything you measure means whatever the test you conducted, it is affected when you don't have proper sleep. You have the harmful effects and interact synergically to produce the effect. So everything works together. So difficult to develop, hard to imagine. Treatment, therapy. So synonymous language, treatment in the question statement, therapy in the text. And a synonymous language, difficult to develop and hard to imagine in the text. That's the beauty of it. And I've been telling you, maybe Shanmugh admin was reminding me somewhere, asking repeatedly about the diaries. All diaries we will not explain now. It might take a long time, but I'll show you some simple things. You should have diaries, I said, diaries of synonyms, synonymous language, paraphrasing, scale, absolutes, or contrast words. So we have around 8 diaries, right? And see why we say the diaries. Diaries means you are not going to, there are people who request me in the platform, could you send me the list of synonyms? No, that will not help you. List of words, vocabulary will not help you. Why? Because you see every word matters a lot. And you have to keep this diary because from the material that you're practicing, you have to record all the synonyms, all the scale expressions, all the contrast words in the context. Because you see the word round, R-O-U-N-D, has 79 different meanings. So there is no meaning. It's not meaningful to learn by heart the list of vocabulary or synonyms or scale expressions. And when the verb round is used as a verb, it has 26 different meanings. When the word round is used as a noun, it has 19 different meanings. When the word round is used as an adjective, it has 18 different meanings. When the word round is used as preposition, it has 9 meanings. There are 7 special meanings. Total 79 different meanings. This simple word R-O-N-D. So 500 most used words in English have an average of 28 separate meanings per word. Okay. So it's not useful to learn by heart. So examples of common phrasal verbs, look into. Synonymous is investigate. Cut down, reduce is the term. Keep on, continue. Point out, indicate. Some examples. Now you see, when you have to keep a diary, fitness, diet, and health vocabulary, some diary vocabulary, just you have to write down the sentence and the context this way. For example, fat. The other word used is overweight. Overweight means 70% of the population is now overweight according to official figures. You have to write down that sentence as well. Now you see, I said every word matters a lot. There is no meaning in learning words by heart. Okay, you have to collect the vocabulary and put it right in your diary from the resources that you're practicing. Don't collect it from other people. Collect it from the material that you're practicing because you have to understand in the context. That's why I said the word round has 79 different meanings. So it can be used as verb and it has 26 different meanings. When it is used as a noun, it has 19 different meanings. When the word round is used as adjective, it has 18 different meanings. Yeah. Okay, I already explained this. So you can just understand going through this. Maybe it will be a screenshot. Now this one, phrasal verbs. These are the synonymous, especially look into means investigate, cut down means reduce, keep on means continue, point out means indicate. See, when you collect the words, you have to write in the context, write the context and the sentence where it appears. Now you see, this is how we have to write the diary. For example, now about witness, diet and health. If you write vocabulary, see fat. Fat, also overweight, obesity are the words used for fat, right? But what is the difference? Overweight, 70% of the population is now overweight according to official figures. That's the sentence where you can use overweight. Extremely fat or overweight. Now, fat means overweight and obesity means extremely fat or overweight. Okay? Extremely fat means there is a scale difference in the scale, right? Obesity is now a real problem for teenagers. Teenagers who are obese are often bullied at school. Some example sentence, same sentence where you found this vocabulary or particular vocabulary, you have to write down the sentence. Now, eating disorder. What is eating disorder? And nutrients. What does nutrients mean? Okay. Any substance which plants or animals need in order to live and grow is nutrients. A healthy diet should consist of all the essential nutrients. This meal is very nutritious. So how the words, different words having different scale expressions or different meanings. See diet, overeating, ingredients, allergy, additive, prevent. That's one. There are so many examples. Just I do some examples where you can write down this way. There too could be scale expressions. You know already this example. Can you put the synonyms here? And what is the synonyms? To kill. Synonym of kill you have to write here. Saddam Hussein was. What is the first answer here? Please type in the chat box. Saddam Hussein was assassinated. Okay, let's check. Second one, the soldier was dashed in action.
Killed.
Killed in action. He was dashed by his neighbor. You have to use the synonym of kill. Murdered. Indira Gandhi was dashed by the terrorists. Just type it, yes, in the chat box. The sheep was dashed by the men. Saddam Hussein was executed by US government. Executed because when someone is killed after a process of trial in the law courts, it is known as execution. The soldier was killed in action. They have the permission to kill. And they kill each other, so kill. He was murdered by his neighbor. Illegal killing is murder. Indira Gandhi was assassinated by the terrorists. The sheep was slaughtered by the man. So these are the synonyms. So you have to write down synonyms or scale expressions. For example, other one diary could be about scale. Already I have told you about all these things. I'm not going to explain. Just to tell you what is scale. Almost, many, a few. These are the scales you can write down. Different scales you will find. As of now, you found most, many, and one. Different, the group of people, researchers in general, then particular person and his colleagues, then particular person himself. So those expressions you have to write down. Okay, boiled, hot, warm, cold, ice, all those could be always, often. Okay, always, often, and most of the time, sometimes, seldom, rarely. Okay, never. And absolutes, no, the extreme ends, first one and the last one are the absolutes normally. Okay, just I'm showing you not to teach you these things, but to tell you these are the diaries that you can keep about scales. Different things you will find. Scale expressions as you practice your material. You have to take down those different expressions or different scale expressions and practice. By the end of your training, you will be perfectly fine. These are the scale expressions, different scale expressions. The answer option, reading passage could be many foreign students do the OET test in their home countries. Most overseas students sit the OET test in their country of origin. Are they same? Are they same? No. Many means not most. Okay. Many is not most, many. So there's a scale expression. Foreign students, synonymous is overseas students. Sit, do the test, sit the OET test. So these are the synonymous expressions. Cool. Okay, we'll not go into that. And challenges not required now. That's good. Okay, that's the end of it. Thank you. Hope you have understood the things.